Hello, beautiful people. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on the time zone you're using. Now, my name is Rets'elisitsoe Christopher Ranthithi. I am a student at the National University of Lesotho, specifically at the Institute of Extramural Studies. Well, I should say former, because technically I've graduated, so I'm more of an alumni now. So yeah, I'm a former student. And you're probably wondering, how did you get here and yet you are in a wheelchair? Well, that's a story I am happy to get into. I applied during the 2016 application period and started my education in 2017. I've been a student at the Institute of Extramural Studies, which is an offshoot of the National University of Lesotho, for 6 years. Yeah, 6 years. Before you get alarmed, I didn't fail. I just did one degree after the other, so just wanted to clarify that. Now, the sort of challenges I got into here, firstly, is the infrastructure. This institution is almost 50 years old, and the infrastructure has not changed physically in all that time. So I had to learn in an environment which was not built for me, but I had to take myself out of my comfort zone and continue with education. Well, you might be wondering how I made it. Well, it's a combination of factors. I come from a very supportive family, so whatever I wanted to do, they supported me financially, socially, and with the limited resources that we have. I was also supported by my classmates because they understood that my disability is only physical in nature. It doesn't really affect my cognitive abilities. So the fact that I was able to help them with their academic activities made them warm up to me and more susceptible to me requesting help from them. And if it wasn't for my lecturers understanding my disability and accommodating it within the rules that we have, I wouldn't be here, because they would insist I do things the old-fashioned way, which would not work for me. People living with disabilities must push the boundaries. These institutions will not accommodate you unless you are visible. I didn't get to where I am by allowing myself to stay at home and accepting defeat. And if I can do that and attain 2 separate qualifications, why can't you? It's time that you, as a person living with disabilities, understand that you live in a world that was not designed for you to thrive. So you have to thrive on your own. And also for the institutions themselves, it is counterproductive to leave such a vulnerable segment of the population without access to education, because if you are not born disabled today, you will be at some point. I'm not saying people are going to die soon. I'm just saying there's so many reasons at which people can be disabled for whatever reason. They can be disease, they can be accidents, and the like. The institutions need to fight for themselves and make themselves viable to every section of the population. And people with disabilities need to fight for themselves to make themselves present. We need to move away from this lifestyle of people with disability being a social case. They need to be contributing and productive members of society. Okay, people, it's party time. I have studied for 6 years, just as I told you so. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Right now, I have got a party to get to because I earned it. I gotta go. So I'll see you guys next time, and bye-bye.